SRN347 here, and welcome to episode 1 of my next Let's Play, Doki Doki Literature Club. I know, I'm just as surprised as you. In fact, I'm probably a lot more surprised. I was sure it would be Quantum Conundrum or Portal 2. Oh well. This is a completely blind Let's Play, by the way. I have not had any of the content of this game spoiled for me in any way whatsoever. A lot of my friends have recommended this game. Everyone says like this game is really good, so let's get into it. There was a warning on the game when I first started it up saying you should not watch this if you were a child or easily disturbed, so keep that in mind. There was a failed recording. No game content was spoiled. I hadn't actually started the game yet. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh, it didn't prompt me for my name this time. Does it remember from the previous failed recording even though I clicked new game? Okay. But I caught you this time. Yep, it remembers my name. Okay. That was literally as far as I got, I swear. Name entry, Sean, and then I noticed it wasn't capturing on OBS. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You didn't catch me. I simply decided to let you catch me. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Don't take it that way. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. That's fair. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Well, you got me there. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Sean, have you decided on a club to join yet? Well, judging by the name of this game, I'm guessing the choice has been made for me. Told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. You told me you would join a club this year. Huh. Apparently I told you that. He worries a little too much about me, but I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. How do they know me so well? I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Too late. I'm already in college, and I'm almost out. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Don't worry about that, I know a thing or two. Alright, I'll look at a few clubs. Although joining a club will not prevent you from becoming a NEET. Just letting you know. You will at least promise me you'll try a little. Yeah, I'll promise you that. Why did I let her lecture me into that? Peer pressure. It works. It's how people got me into this game in the first place. I never thought I'd be playing this type of genre. Oh well. Let's see. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Not spades, diamonds, or hearts, but clubs. Anime club? That's not a literature club. Then again, if I were to join an actual club, it would be much more likely to be an anime club than a literature club, just saying. Although the most likely one would probably be a gaming club. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. What do I need to know? You could come to my club. She's vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after someone else proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Judging by the name of this game, I'm guessing she succeeds at peer pressuring me in the near future. Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. You did plan all this out. I'm impressed, Sayori. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Most people sell out for less than that. I dejectedly followed her across the school and upstairs, a section I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Everyone, the new member is here. Don't call me that. I'm undecided. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. I've seen that sprite somewhere before. You're Medaka from Medaka Box. You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. What? Boys can be interested in literature too. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Natsuki, girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Does that mean I do recognize Medaka over here? That's probably not her actual name. Probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. This is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yudi, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Ah, come on, that's quite a compliment. You should take it. Here's comparably more mature and timid. Seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. It sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. Great to see you again. We do know each other. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Completely out of my league. Out of my league? I didn't know my character was attempting to date any of these girls. Or thinking about that kind of stuff. Oh well, maybe this game is a dating sim. I don't know what genre it is. Come sit down, Sean. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. Does this mean I have to make an actual choice? There's a few desks arranged to form a table. Okay, I take a seat next to Sayori. I haven't had a choice yet to make. So far, this is a visual novel. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Nickel-chan! Whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Oishii desu ne! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one, then Monica, then me. Cupcake around on my fingers, looking for the best angle. You don't need to calculate the optimal way to eat a cupcake. It's a cupcake. This is really good. Thanks. Technically you did. I gave up on her weird logic. I made these cupcakes and I intended you to eat them, but I didn't make them for you to eat. Apparently we're having tea now. I meant that, you know. I believe you. You have better things to do with your time than go out of your way to impress me. You just met me. Well, I was practically dragged here by Sayori. That would be an honest answer. You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Can't stand any of the politics around the major clubs. Yeah, I've been there. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Yep, that's the way a club is supposed to be. It encourages others to get interested in literature. Yay! Yeah, seems like it would be difficult to start a club, honestly. And in this case, you have to get people interested in reading. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. That's why they were all so delighted at the idea of a new member joining. I really don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm for literature. What kind of things do you like to read? Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. Praises the rumor for Teacup. Usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yeah, that is true. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. But it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. To each their own. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? They're not taking advantage of your lack of imagination. If anything, they're feeding your imagination. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. You hate horror, but I heard this might be a horror game. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows what genre this game is? Not me. This is a blind playthrough. You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud, and give that back. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is as cute as you are. Sayori... Sidles? I've never heard that word. Behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Watashi wa kawaii janai desu. Natsuki, you write your own poems? That's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? They are technically literature, I think. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Indeed, it's better to write for the self and have no public than to write for the public and have no self. Exposing your own vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your own heart. You have writing experiences too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Reciprocity. It works. Ooh, what's your idea? Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Is the game actually going to ask me to write a poem? She smiles warmly at me once more. Topic of me joining the club. I never said I would join the club. Ooh, you should have backpedaled into that sooner. You're a little too committed at this point. You convinced me to stop by. I still have other clubs to look at. And now I'm getting peer pressured. Writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these girls. Okay, it's decided. Apparently it's been decided now. If you really came just for the cupcakes, I'd be angry. That was never the reason I came here. I was dragged here by Sayori. The cupcakes were a nice perk, though. Those were delicious. We can officially end today's meeting. Remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Am I gonna actually have to write a poem from scratch? Huh. This may be the toughest challenge I've faced in a video game yet. And I've beaten Contra with the Power Glove. No, I haven't. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Since we're already here, you want to walk home together? Sure, why not? With that, the two of us depart the club room and go home. The whole way, my mind wanders between these four. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Keep it professional, me. Don't you hate it when your character makes decisions for you instead of the other way around? I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Huh. Okay, so this is how it works. Doki Doki. You know, I probably should have looked up what that actually means before I started this game. I've taken 2 courses in Japanese, but I have no idea what Doki Doki actually means. Happiness or variance, or maybe adventure. Let's go with happiness. Insight. Unstable, sadness or dazzle. This is a weird way to write a poem. Pleasure, anger, death, whistle, agonizing, unrequited. What are you rhyming with unrequited? Actually, no, you don't have to rhyme in poems. There's lots of different types of poems. Like haikus that always end with, "It's snowing on Mount Fuji," even though that breaks the 575 syllable thing. We're gonna be here forever if I don't start choosing these faster. The graveyard is where Yu-Gi-Oh cards go. Ooh, fun. Universe. Silly. Play or tenacious. Go with play. Infinite. Ooh, entropy. I haven't gotten to use that word in a long time. Jump. Melody. Well, can't have a melody without music, am I right? Eternity or existence? Actually, let's go with precious. Anime is tempting, but I think I'll go with amazing. Does this choice actually affect anything? What am I saying? Of course it affects things. You're not going to make me choose 20 words for no reason. Philosophy is interesting. Let's go with peace. And finally, intellectual. Now, what is my grade? Is Denzel Crocker gonna give me an F? Glad to see you didn't run away. And I kept my word. I wrote a poem with these 20 words. Hopefully I used them in sentences of some sort. This isn't too overwhelming of a commitment. Make you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. You know, that would have been the perfect excuse to not join the club. I don't have any experience with writing poems. How am I supposed to do this? Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Don't be a jerk, Natsuki. I do deserve some slack. If you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. You trying to scare me out of the club? Manga is literature. It is. It truly is. Sean always gives his best as long as he's having fun. This is actually true. Quit getting my character correctly. You don't know me. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. A little fire never killed anyone. Except when it did. How come you and Sean can become good friends too? Once again, you're oblivious to the weird situations you put me in. Don't be shy, it's nothing really. I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Don't worry about it. I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a happy surprise. I'll be happy no matter what. She pulls out a book. A short read, but I should be interested in it. Discuss it if you want. How's she accidentally being so cute? I don't think people usually choose to be cute. What type of book is it even? Oh, okay, I don't know that. That's something I'll find out later. Rummaging around the closet, I slumped down to the nearest desk. I could always read the book and find out what kind of book it actually is. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs. Nah, literature clubs are a legit thing. The problem is that it sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not all that, you know? Even if we come up to with a better name for it, no one will come in the first place if it's a literature event. I mean, people who are interested in literature will. Isn't that kind of the point of a literature club? Or, you know, win them over with cupcakes. I mean, apparently that worked on me. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. So when do we actually read the poems? Actually, I'm not sorry. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Is that a thing? Are you staying up late again? Probably. Now that you're in a club, you'll have less time for anime. Not worth. You convinced me into the club, and now you're convincing me out of it. You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day. Not every day. It's written all over you. Wait, I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair trying to straighten it out? You should not just touch someone's hair like that. Your bow isn't straight either. There's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. Is there? Huh. I can't actually see it from here. Try to wipe off the stain with my finger. And you didn't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Okay, maybe this is a dating sim. For the record, I did not know that when I chose to start playing this game, but it's too late now. How weird it is to have a friend who does these things. It is a little weird. I wish I weren't doing these things. If you ever button it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit. Okay, stop touching her shirt before someone else notices. For Pete's sake. So if I keep it unbuttoned, that means I won't get a... What kind of logic is that? Because if I had one, he wouldn't even let you do things like this. Well, you got me there. Fine. What was it Benjamin Franklin said? Early to bed, early to rise, makes someone healthy, wealthy, and wise. Yeah, but who actually lives like that? Ain't nobody got the time to go to bed early. Yay, we're gonna share the poems finally. I can't wait to read yours. Well, we're gonna read them next time on Doki Doki Literature Club. I have been SRN347, and I will see you later.